And we're back. Welcome back to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. This is our evening edition, special evening edition of the Gary Russen program. That means that we're kind of having a little bit of fun and doing this program at night as opposed during the day. Now, we're still doing our daytime show, but not quite as much as we normally do. We're going to kind of even it off. Now, with the holiday weekend, the holiday coming along, I won't be doing as much of the show as daytime as I usually do, and not as much of the regular program as we usually do. Now, as I explained to you, and I will do tomorrow, when we get back here tomorrow, I'll be recording tomorrow. I'm going to be recording our GJRB schedule update podcast for this podcast weekend. And on that program, I'm going to be talking about the new schedule changes. Now, first off, like I said before, I've moved swing time over to January. I've got some new programs slated for January. The return of Gary J in the afternoon. And also radio and TV classics. And that's going to be now has been now renamed to Gary J's radio and television and movie classics, as we do some movie trivia. So that's going to be cool. And a whole lot more. So stay with me. It's just one of those things we just do here on GJRB Online. The Gary Russen program back on the air. And I'm happy to be part of the show and part of getting this program to get more audience and more audience participation. I sometimes decide to do something at night as opposed to daytime programming. I like the daytime show, but I'm finding out that a lot of my listeners are not tuned in during the day. A lot of my listeners don't. A lot during the day sometimes. I don't get the audience that I'm looking for. And due to that, I said, I think it's time that I do something about that by, once again, doing more evening shows to get that audience that I would normally not get during the afternoon. Now, I guess that would mean I will probably get two kinds of audience. The daytime audience and the nighttime audience. Okay? And while that being said, I'm hoping maybe I can get more positive listening audience. I'm more positive on this program. You know, to try to get more people to listen to the show. The idea would be to try and gain an audience level. You know, try to... And I'm telling you, it's not easy to plan this out and make it work. You know, and just... So I need to work on it consistently. You know, get that audience level. So I'm hoping that I've got some audience on here tonight as I continue the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. Glad you could be with me, and glad you could be part of the show tonight on GJRB. And let's see. Great story that I want to bring up right now. Really good story. This comes out of Texas. A Texas girl spoke out after her teacher alleged her of saying that God is a myth and experienced a fallout standing by herself and her beliefs. She's a 12-year-old. Her name is Jordan Woolley. She had been bullied and told to kill herself. This is because she believes in Jesus Christ. Okay? That's why she believes in Jesus Christ. The following media coverage of her story started when her teacher assigned the quiz at Katy, Texas West Memorial Junior High School and asking students to label statements as fact, assertion, or opinion. Well, the statement included America is the most free country on earth and there is a God. Well, Jordan labeled the letter as fact. The latter. She labeled the latter as fact. There's a God. She labeled it as fact. The teacher told her to mark it otherwise or face an F grade. Yeah, an F. As she said, God is fact. Katy Independent School District claimed it never happened. So going to deny it, of course. Going to deny it. Why, Anyway, the story could be verified, and she went to the school board. And this is what she told the school board. This is good. Check this out. This is what she told the school board.
You tried to cover up the incident. You tried to twist your words to where it was hard to find the truth. You called me a liar without using the word liar. What you told everyone was not 100% true. My classmates were scared to say what really happened because of what was being said and done.
Well, joining us now is that 7th grader from West Memorial Junior High, Jordan Woolley. Jordan, nice to see you this morning.
Nice to see you.
What did the school board say to you after you stood in front of them and demanded an apology?
They didn't say anything. They just told me that my time was up and basically dismissed the whole thing.
Yeah, here's a statement from the school district. They put it to paper. They didn't tell you to your face. They wrote this: the activity, which was intended to encourage critical thinking skills, was not intended to question or challenge any student's religious beliefs. The activity, though, will no longer be used by the school. So the statement says it wasn't intended to encourage, to question your religious beliefs, and yet you say you were challenged right in the middle of class, right?
Yes, sir. Whether the assignment itself was my teacher, she actually told us to prove it, and she told us to give facts and give evidence, and if that's not questioning, I don't know what is.
When you were asked to say whether or not God was a fact, opinion, or myth, and your teacher said God is only a myth, and then when the kids in their class started to argue that point, she said you guys would get in trouble for had claimed that they had passed away and they had come back. What did you say to your teacher when she said it was a myth?
I tried telling her things like the Bible is evidence. One of my friends said, like you said, had referenced things such as people that have died and went to heaven and came back to tell their story. And she just told us that if we had to argue that God is real, that we were already proving that he's not a fact because you can't argue a fact.
Well, since you stood up to the teacher and the school board, and then you're getting this media attention, you've heard some pretty horrible things from people out there. What have you been hearing?
A few people have told me to kill myself. People have called me things I'm not allowed to say. And I've lost a few of my close friends, but that's what'll happen.
Fabulous. This is one fabulous young lady who stood up for Christ, and as a result, she risked losing her friends, losing her, humiliation in front of a class, in front of people, in front of the, this is what they're doing now. This is happening. And I've said it before. This is before religious persecution is starting in America. It's that simple. Religious persecution is starting in America. And this is a sad thing. Okay, this is a sad thing. You're having this kind of stuff, and it's happening to kids now. Okay, it's happening to kids now. This is not just adults. This is happening with kids now. Kids have to deal with this. in classrooms and public school systems, and we've talked about this before, that what's going on is just exactly what even the Pope said recently, in that religious persecution is happening in America and is starting in America. If you want to talk about this, 563-241-6114 to get on the Gary Russen program tonight. Talk about this. This is what's happening. But this young lady stood her ground. And the teacher was going to give her an F on this stupid exam, which was only critical thinking. Only critical thinking. And see, the school district is going to deny everything now, you see. They're going to deny it. It's, they're not going to, they're not going to defend it. They're going to deny this stuff. Whether you believe it or not, Jesus Christ, you're gonna suffer for the name of Jesus Christ in America. There's no doubt about it. It's just gonna happen. And this young lady proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's incredible. And I commend her for this. Really do. Really do. I think it's fabulous that this young lady, did this. And good for her. Really is. Proud of this young lady. She stood her ground and defended Jesus Christ. Fabulous. Right now, though, it's time to do it. You can be part of the show. 241-6114 in area code 563. Or you can get on my chat room in Spreaker. All you got to do is get in my Twitter. We're going to get into Twitter later on. I'm going to have Twitter opened, and we'll go down the page. And leave me a message on there, and I'll answer it. And I'm going to be doing Facebook right now as we do.
Through social media.
Scroll through social media. Yeah. It's time to do it. Scroll through.
Now, let's scroll through social media.
All right, let's do it right now. Starting with Facebook. We always start with Facebook. And we thought we'd go down the page a little bit, see what's going on around the nation, around the world, see if there's any late breaking news from any of our news sources. Down the page here, I'm going to go further up. This might have been what we were talking about. This is posted by the Conservative Voters of America, and it talks about Obama. And the embarrassment, there goes again, imposing on America liberal nonsense on the European journalistic and public. Because this is from his press conference in France. Genuous in the New York Times, Boston Post, LA Times, a typical liberal bind, Faith nodding their approval in embarrassment. And article on Obama. I guess it's not. Well, maybe it is. Story here about Obama, and it appears that during the summit, host nation, the French media, was just outraged by Barack Obama's glaringly ignorant commentary regarding how mass shootings only happen in the United States. That's what he said. And he said that the words while standing on stage in Paris less than 2 weeks after the city saw hundreds of citizens gunned down and blown up by Muslim terrorists in a mass shooting attack. And he dares to say that. This is this idiot. Okay, this is this moronic president we got. Okay, this is what we're expected. Okay, this is it. Okay, and you have to wonder what this man is thinking when he says this stuff. Okay, it just blurts this garbage out of his mouth. This is Obama, folks. This is what he does. And a lot of people aren't happy with him in France. So, you know, if France is an ally, I don't know. Maybe they could trap him in France somewhere and start shooting bullets at him or something. This guy, it's no wonder. Seriously, it's no wonder that some people are getting fed up with this man because he's just saying stupid things. He's just outright the brainless most. I say that Obama is the most brainless president we've had ever. Most brainless. I mean, this is a stupid commentary that only, that's what he said, only in the isn't that something? He would say, what a moron. What a fool. I mean, really, to sit there and actually say this stuff. You know, you gotta wonder about this man's brain. I don't think he has one to top it. Hey, got weather on the fives coming up here in just a little bit. We'll have that about 25 to the hour. And we're going to take a little break here and be right back with more of the Gary Russen program. And I'll have more from the social media. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff coming up around the corners. We continue with the Gary Russen program right here on GJRB Online. And we always bring you the best in stuff, best in talk radio on GJRB. Be right back. More to come. Stay with me. GJRB News Desk. I'm Gary J. Russen with this half-hour update. And it looks like the IMF, that's the International Monetary Fund, is expected to give the yen a vote of confidence. The yen is going to be the Chinese currency that will draw rights, special drawing rights. This reunites the US dollar, the euro, the British, the pound, and the Chinese yen. Adding the yen as the reserve currency that will allow central banks to buy more of the Chinese currency and boost investments in China, in the Chinese stock market. Also in the news, there's a threat imminent over Kabul in Afghanistan. They're telling officials and warning Americans living in the embassy that on Monday night that incredible reports of an imminent attack in the next 48 hours. Watching the story closely. According to the GJRB and the End Time headlines, Kabul urged Americans to exercise extreme caution when moving around the city during the period of heightened threat. Siddiqui, who's a spokesman for the Afghan Interior Ministry, told NBC News that the report was nothing new and that we'll get many of them daily, and when we do, we take them very seriously and deal with them accordingly. Those are some of the stories we're coming up along with that. In addition, the top of the hour of 10 o'clock, some of the other stories that we've got coming up in the news will be an earthquake, double magnitude, 5.0 earthquake hits Turkey. That's a big news. And Colorado Planned Parenthood shooter says that something about body parts to his guys who arrested him. Had to do with some body parts. And 19 signs that you're depressed and don't know it. We're going to talk about that. And weather-related news, we got a bunch of that, including, here's another story I'll be talking about in matter of opinion. A 91-year-old man in Detroit had his body set on fire by a bunch of hoodlums. And these young hoodlums burned a 91-year-old man to death. And Obama ain't saying nothing about it. Talk about that and a whole lot more. Your opinions as well on the Gary Russen program on GJRB. And I'm always glad to bring you the best in talk in the evening time. And we're going to go straight on through now because this is our semi-freestyle night. And that means that when we do our nighttime show, we leave things open. And that's what we're doing right now. Straighten off the log, and we're just going to go right on through and just keep talking. And we're going to take probably another break for about, let's say about 15 minutes. Come back about a quarter to or around there. And then we're going to stay on the air a little longer past that. And we'll do another news at 10 o'clock. Central Time, and then we're going to have a wrap-up segment here. So stay with me. More of the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online, and we're going to do another scroll now through social media. Let's pick up on that. We're talking about this story. This is part of our news, and we're going to keep on talking about it. That Muslim, they're mad, and they're mad. They are totally mad in this country over what Obama said, and I'll talk about this. This is something else. He said that it goes on that the French are really mad at Obama for saying that because he sat there and said that these attacks only happen in the United States. So where's he been up for the past several months? Under a rock? I mean, look at all the murderous attacks that happened recently in Paris, and he stands there and says that terrorist attacks like this happen only in the United States. And there's something we don't, Obama? Must you come up with a line like that? Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep on talking about this as we continue our scroll through social media on the Gary Russen program on GJRB. Right now, though, let's take a look at our weather on the 5s and take some look at some temperatures across and weather forecast across America tonight on the Gary Russen program. Starting with Akron and Canton, Ohio. Tomorrow. I feel Mr. Rogers coming on here. Anyway, tomorrow, Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, high 39, nighttime low 48. It's going to be mostly cloudy Thursday, 31 a high, nighttime low 41. Albany, New York, you're going to get some rain. 38 degrees for a daytime high, low 46. Mostly cloudy on Thursday. We expect a high 36, nighttime low. In Albany will be 44. Want to bounce around a little bit, check some of those areas where they've been getting the hardest hit by snow and bad weather. So let's go to the Pacific Northwest and go to so maybe be a Pacific Northwest city here that we could go to. That what we could do here. Let's try here. Another Pacific Northwest city. Let's go here to Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington. It'll be cloudy for you guys. 42 the high tomorrow. 42 for nighttime low. Daytime high 50. Okay. And rain on Thursday. Daytime high 51. Nighttime low 44. Okay, and I want to go Salt Lake City, Utah. You guys are expecting a really bitter cold temperatures up there. That's part of that low pressure system. Mostly cloudy, partly cloudy. Mostly. Anyway, daytime high 38, nighttime low 17. And let's jump to. I want to go to another Northwest city. Spokane, Washington. Expecting snow, you guys. 32, only high. Nighttime low 24. And then on Thursday, rain 42. Daytime high, nighttime low 32. And I think that's part of that system that's going through. You guys are going to be getting a lot of snow. They're looking at that snow system, and I will be talking more about that later. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sunny tomorrow, high 51. And again on Thursday, 53. Sunny. Nighttime low will be 31 to 30 degrees. And finally for Washington, D.C. listeners, mostly cloudy. High 74 expected. Nighttime low 83. And that's a look at weather on the 5s at this half hour of the Gary Russen program. Weather on the 5s every hour at either 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour on GJRB on the Gary Russen program. So you can get the weather and get to talk a little bit. It's just one of those things we just love to do here on the Gary Russen program. You better believe it. Gonna take another 15-minute break. Be right back. More of the Gary Russen program underway in just a moment. Stay with me on GJRB.